Y'all, I'm ticked off because I was in my house and I sat down and recorded this in my office. And why did that mug, after I said stop recording, it didn't say, we're just going to get into it. We're going to talk about this KeKe Palmer situation with this DV accusation. Allegations. Okay? Because I had other celebrities in there, but we're just going to keep it to KeKe Situation. Hey! Hello, I'm Shorty Q, and if you're new, what it do? I hope you become part of the Q crew. It's free to subscribe. This is motivational, inspirational type content most of the time. I'll let you decide. I hope you subscribe. So, now I had to speak on this because, honey, let me tell you. First of all, I've always thought of KeKe Palmer as a strong-minded woman, okay? Like, she just don't take no crap. You know, you've seen some of her videos. And so when I saw that she was like little Missy Petty Boots and did her video back about her being at the Usher concert. I mean, her dress, yeah, it's more revealing than I would be comfortable doing myself, but teach his own. Like, all celebrities was doing that same exact look and still is right now at every award and event they go to. So this is no big surprise. But for her baby daddy to sit up there and say that when he didn't even marry her, or just having this controlling type tactic, it was already telling from the very beginning. But then for her to later, after, showing off at the Usher concert and everything, after the fact, was like, no, it was like a marketing tactic, a publicity stunt type bullcrap or whatever. Like, okay, sis. I'm like, oh, I'm congratulating you, like, happy that you took your power back, and then I was just a marketing tactic. And she stated this at her birthday dinner, right? With her baby daddy. At the end of the day, even though I brushed it off and gave her the benefit of the doubt that that's what was going on, their dynamic at that dinner still was off-putting to me. Just took a mental note and just kept it moving, you know? As a person that always looks at people's behavior and analyze the people's actions and can depict certain things pretty well, not by a lot of evidence, because I've stopped second guessing myself. Because every time I second guess myself, something is true to why I saw this. So, like I said at the dinner, something was off-putting. Like, if you say so. I believe relationships can work no matter what. But abuse is never something to be worked out. There's no need for any hands to be laid. Period. Okay? So, once this has come out about this DV accusation, I can't even say the word now. Allegations. I'm just sitting here like, wow, okay. Because the first thing I saw prior to that is that she was getting full custody. And I was like, how are you able to get full custody? Because you have to have a very concrete information in order to do that. And abuse is definitely enough. So I was like, okay. And after I heard the court documents about all that was stated and video evidence, definitely didn't expect it to be this bad. Unhinged is basically an understatement here at this point. Now, let me tell you, now with someone that has money, you always gotta be careful with the people that are trying to use you or trying to that doesn't have good intentions towards you. Now, this dynamic that is very well known these days that men will display, women do, they trifle too, but these specific type of males will out like they're, and most of them are bums, but you know, she makes more money than he does, regardless of what he does for a living, okay? And when this dynamic happens, a lot of men cannot seem to get their ego in check. They can't seem to keep their pride in check. And they have emotional immaturity around this area and is very insecure. And you really have to watch yourself when it comes to this. Oh, okay. And so for you to be in this type of relationship, you got to be very careful. When the red flags are already there, don't continue into the relationship. Like, the insecure and those type of shots are very, like what he said about her body, even though the baby was already here. That was, I know he has done that multiple times throughout the relationship, especially by her court documents. That's time for you to leave. Time and time again, plenty of women have stayed with men that have showed these type of signs and red flags and stayed and thought that it was okay and that things were going to boil over. It never does. It actually escalates. And that's what has happened here. It was the belittling. It was the verbal abuse type wording. It was the jealousy. And it was the shots at your body and anything like just to bring you down off of your strong mindset in order to control you and make themselves feel better because they are feeling less than. And that's not a problem of yours, that the person that has the more money. It's a problem of theirs. It's their insecurity. And the reason why I'm able to pick this because I've seen it in my own parents' dynamic at times. And they were both in the same playing field. Well, okay, one was making more money than the other. But in my situation, I saw it plain as day because I'm like, I saw the same dynamic with my parents. When I got myself a better car, my ex felt some type of way. I immediately called it out and I was like, are you jealous that I got a better car? Oh, no. We were making the same amount of money, you guys. Did you just lie to me? Because I could tell. Okay? You know, when you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, I have really stopped doing that these days. Because it's like, nah, you didn't have a reason, my guy. My girl. Okay? Like, when you see these red flags, they're very telling. I always try to, like, even when they're small and subtle, I wait and try to see, is the rest of the truth going to come out? I just keep on waiting for more evidence. And depending on what it is, rather, if they laid your hands on you, it's time to go. Now, if they're talking down about your body or saying, no, you need me, or anything to those type of things, that's discernment that you have to take mental note of and leave that person alone. Leave that person alone. Because even if y'all have a conversation and they just completely like brush it off like it's nothing, that's very telling too. They're, like I said before, I don't know if I said this in any videos previously, maturity is in variables. Now, another thing is, I don't understand why people would sit up here and glamorize any celebrity's relationship. Regardless of them having more money or they're in the limelight, relationships all still make up of the same thing. Trust, communication, be able to balance finances together successfully, and also intimacy. It doesn't matter if you got money or not. These four things have to always be consistently and stay strong. Because if not, if there's one hole in any of them, the relationship's going to fail. It's going to eventually fail if you do not take that wrench out of one of those areas that's causing the trickle effect or the snowball effect or whatever you want to call it. I think I said enough of my piece. It was very apparent what was going on when I heard more of the allegations that's going on. He can say whatever he wants to that is not the truth, but it looks like he definitely, he called himself out on social media before this became to light. Yeah, you messed up your credibility in my point of view. Guys, this is what discernment looks like. When you see this type of behavior, you gotta let it go. And also, you have to have self-reflection is very important. You gotta know where you went wrong. And it's not like this doesn't happen to other men. I've heard a YouTuber personally state that when their wife was getting more limelight or making more money, they felt some type of way, and they realized their pride and ego was surfacing, a bad part of it, and he checked himself. And this is after they've already had children, their husband and wife. It happens, but it's up to you to check and self-reflect and tackle that. Remember, you guys, you're beautifully, wonderfully made. Only you can make that change. I see you guys on the next video. Keep your mental in check. Check these emotions. It's emotional immaturity. My guy, my girl. Let's get it together. All right. I'll see you guys on the next video. Deuces.